Hey guys, this is Jack from FPV Academy in partnership with GetFPV.com. Today we're going to have a closer look at the Runcam 2.1mm lens. Now Runcam should be a name that is well known to you already if you are flying FPV. They create some of the best FPV cameras on the market, and they also then create some really cool action cameras at a lower budget price compared to the GoPros. Now another product which I personally really like from Runcam is that they sell FPV camera lenses separately. So if you have a specific camera that you really like, so I personally like the Lumineer CM650 camera a lot, and sometimes they don't have the stock and the lens size that I want, so then I just purchase an extra 2.1mm Runcam lens to go along with the camera, and that then just makes the camera quite a bit better. So the lens that I have over here is the Runcam 2.1mm lens on the Lumineer CM650. This is the exact camera that I use on my quad, and the reason why I like this specific lens is that the threads and the focus distance is quite a bit less than what you will find on the stock camera. So then this lens doesn't stick out as far as the other one. So the other lenses will probably go up until there, and then if you even had that on your quadcopter, if you smash into a wall, your lens almost always breaks. And I've had that happen many times before. So because the threads on this are shorter and this has a shorter focusing distance, then you can screw this in a lot deeper to have that focused, and then it just makes the whole camera quite a bit smaller and it sits a lot nicer in your quad. Now you may be thinking, well, why would I want a 2.1mm lens? And that's very simple, that I personally prefer to have a bigger field of view. It widens your field of view a lot. So if you're used to a 2.8, which I started on, which was horrible, or if you're even used to a 2.5, I would definitely recommend you just try out a 2.1mm lens once just to see if you do like it. So that then changes your field of view to a 165 degrees, which is almost the same as what a GoPro camera is. So another question a lot of guys ask then, well, the fisheye effect, how bad is that? And to be honest with you guys, when I fly low and slow, or well, low and fast to the ground, doesn't matter, but if you fly low to the ground and you're racing, you honestly don't see that fisheye effect as much. When you are going to be flying freestyle though, when you maybe do a flip and you're upside down and you see the horizon, then the horizon may start to create a bit of a fisheye effect. But for me personally, the pros of having a much bigger field of view definitely outweighs the fisheye effect. And the reason you would want a much bigger field of view is just so that you can see a lot more. So a lot of times when I'm doing flips and rolls and things, then I could see exactly where I am in my roll. When I'm maybe completely upside down, I can still see the ground, where usually with a 2.8mm lens, you won't be able to see the ground. You'll just see the sky and then you don't really even know where you are. So I would definitely recommend you guys to just try out a 2.1mm lens if you haven't already. Now this lens does fit on most of the HS 11177 form factor cameras. So some cameras does come out with their own lens and it's a little bit bigger, and that is a very small percentage of the cameras that have those form factors for their lenses, but this lens should work on about 80% of the cameras. If you're unsure whether or not this lens will work on your FPV camera, then feel free to send a message to GetFPV on the email, and then the guys will get back to you. You can even phone them. They will be able to help you out and say, well, yeah, this lens will fit on your camera or it won't, just to make sure before you purchase it. But I would definitely recommend, if you've never tried 2.1mm before, as soon as I tried it, I never went back. And I'm sure that it would be the exact same for you. So definitely try it out. They're very cheap. I think the lens is about $10 each, but it also it brings up the resolution a lot more. The colors are just maybe a little bit more vivid, and this lens just makes flying FPV so much better for me personally, and I can't fly without them now. I mean, I can, but I would prefer not to. So if you guys are interested in this lens, I definitely recommend you check it out. It is available at the GetFPV.com website. There's a link in the description below if you do want to get one. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.